Hey everyone, this is a new acquisition. This is an RCA XL 100 color track from 1976, and this has kind of a wacky story to it. So, well, recently I got a job at an HVAC company, and so I've been doing that. So, that's also why I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos lately. I've been busy with that, so. But anyways, I was at a customer's house telling them how I like old TVs and stuff, and they're like, you know, I got a TV in the basement. If you want it, you can have it. So long story short, here we are. I do not know if this thing works. The lady said it didn't, but I'm also kind of thinking, because the way she made it sound, it like they haven't used it because it doesn't pick up channels anymore. But so yeah. Unfortunately, since I've had it, the VHF knob broke, but the knob itself isn't broken. There's like a plastic insert that goes into it that broke. Luckily, I was able to change the channel with vice grips, so I set it to channel 4, which is what my in-house broadcast is on. So if this does happen to work, I can connect a signal up to it, and it will hopefully get it to work. Fine-tuning seemed okay, and also the UHF works just fine, although it does feel a little gummy. But yeah, it's probably just old grease or something. Now this TV is exceptionally heavy for its size, but I believe it's because, if I remember right, I believe Shango Z66, you know, another channel on YouTube I highly recommend giving a watch, if you don't already. I believe he did a video on a very similar, almost, I'm sure he did a video on I'm not going to edit out the mistakes because that requires effort. He did a video about an identical model of this TV. His just didn't have the wood grain like this one. But yeah, he did a video on an identical TV that happened to have a dried out electrolytic causing no vertical. Well, hopefully that's not the case here because I don't have that replacement on hand. But yeah, I guess let's get into it. I guess I can remove the back, make sure there's nothing horribly wrong. And we can apply power. I'm not going to like dim bulb it or anything because this has a SCR horizontal deflection. I do not want to damage that in any way. So, yeah. Something I forgot to mention actually is that this TV still has its original dipole antenna and the bow tie UHF antenna that clips on, you know. Attach it something like that. Let's see if I can get it on here. I might need two hands, but I don't know if you can see anything or not of what I'm doing. Not gonna be surprised if you can't, but this clips on here, sort of like that, so that you can twist it around to adjust it. And yeah, that's your UHF antenna that clips on to your VHF antennas. Completely useless today unless you connect these to a converter box, which I do have an adapter I can do that with. It's just that's upstairs and, you know, I'm downstairs. And also, actually, you know what? No, I do have a converter box down here. I think it's just sitting over on the floor. So anyways, I want to take the back off, make sure there's nothing like burnt or blown up, and then we can try powering this up. Another interesting note about this TV is that they give you all the special controls just right on the back. You know, the CRT bias, the sharpness, horizontal hold, vertical hold, and also the normal service switch right on the back, accessible to the user. So that's an interesting thing. Also down here, I believe, is this screen adjust. Where's that focus? That might be focus. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, it's the focus adjust. Okay, so I heard something fall. I'm not sure what. Sounded like it landed on this. Yeah, I don't know what that was. back out of the way. And yeah, that's the chassis I expected, honestly. Yeah, and the one the YouTuber Shingo066 had, it was this capacitor that went open. Yeah, this is the same chassis, same set. Okay, so this has, this board here's got the vertical and horizontal on it. Over here is like your IF and CRT drive. Got a huge power transformer. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It's covered in wax. Let's see, some large filter capacitors. Nothing looks out of ordinary. Nothing looks burnt or anything. It's mentioned in Shingo066 mentioned that bell. That's for so when your telephone rings, it mutes the audio of the TV. That's definitely a sign of the times, right? Yeah. I believe we can remove these two bolts here and here, and that will hinge the chassis down. I'm pretty sure I'm the first one in this TV. I don't think it's ever been taken apart before. And yeah, there we go. There's some fuses there, they're not blown. Nothing over here looks burnt. Here's the deflection and the outputs. It's interesting, those transistors look out of place. It's a CTC 74. Bonded yoke. So yeah, I would bring this up gently with a light bulb, but like I said, that could possibly do more harm than good, so just gonna try powering it up, see what happens. This thing's a little wobbly. I don't exactly have enough room on the workbench. I can't do much about that. So I am a little nervous about this potentially blowing up or whatever, but I mean, I've stalled long enough. Got the power cord, and here goes nothing. Let's see if it's already set to be turned on. Okay, so have it back here. I'm gonna pull it up, turn it on. Hey, it came on. I heard high voltage. I don't see anything. Okay, there's something. I don't know if the camera saw it. Let's see, where's my vice grips? Ooh, this might have the same problem. Yeah, I don't want to do that too long. This might have the same. Okay, so yeah. Not going to do that for too much longer. So, Shingo066 made this easy. It's probably the same capacitor. Now, like I said, I don't think I have one that size. That's a pretty big value. I mean, vertical hold is on the back. So I'm going to go under this panel here. I know this video is pretty all over the place. Can't see them. I need to rotate the TV. So I turn the brightness all the way down. Oh look, the channel indicator lights up. And yes, the line is much darker than it was. So yeah, no vertical deflection. That's interesting to me. I guess that's just a characteristic with this tube. But yeah. So maybe I need to look around in my junk pile, see if I can find something. Find something that'll work. Alright, you can see if I complete this circuit, I get music. I'm actually going to turn that up a little bit. Okay, so let me actually get another clip lead on that. So removing that board should isolate the capacitor, and also I should note what I'm doing here is making a poor man's ESR tester. So if I take this one lead, clip it to one side of the capacitor, take the other one, clip it to the other side, yeah, that's not what a 4700 should sound like. 4700 should sound like full range. Yeah, so this capacitor is open. So unsurprising to me, I do not have the replacement capacitor for this TV. So I ordered some in. They'll be in a couple of days. Hopefully I'll get back to this soon. But yeah, I think that'll conclude this video. We can say this is the part 1. Part 2 will be the repair. And then, yeah, we'll be able to watch some TV on this. This might, I don't know, we'll have to see. This might, depending on the picture quality, I'll have to see how this compares to a Funai TV I have. But if this has a better picture quality than a Funai Sylvania that I have, then this might go in place of that, and I might sell that. If not, well, I can sell this too. First I have to fix that knob. I forgot about that. Got all the pieces in the bag here. Hopefully I can come up with something to fix that knob. But yeah. So I guess that's it for this RCA CTC 74 from 1976. I want to thank you guys for watching, and definitely more to come later.